Little balloon goes flying in the air. Little balloon, come on down from there. My skirt is trailing in the dirt below. I follow close till my breath starts to go.
It's a studio tour. I'm so excited to share with you guys this incredible space. So I want to say wonderful, great things about my husband who's been working on this edition for the past year. However, I truly think, ladies, it was just to get me out of the kitchen and get all my stuff out into another room where my family didn't have to deal with it. But I'm so excited to share with you this room. Look at that beautiful carpet. Don't you just love that? Oh, love all the colors in here. It's so different from the rest of my house. Want to just take time and show you all the elements in this room and kind of how I use this space. Share with you some of the things that I've been blessed to get to put in here, which I just never thought would happen. I used to sit in a chair in the living room and drop everything all over the floor. So frustrating. You really didn't know what you had or remembered what you had because it was all shoved into a box or a drawer somewhere, either in the kitchen or another room. So now I have an entire room to store everything, which is great. So here's Sunny. Sunbun. She's got her own little cuddle cup by my desk, which is great. She sits at my feet while I do art, and it's wonderful. So I want to show you all the different things in this room. This is my sewing machine, where I make traveler's notebooks. I love to sew on paper. I put that nice little curtain in front of it. And then you see all of these great furniture pieces from IKEA. I've never had anything from IKEA, so this has been a real treat to have. This is a little sitting area.
Barney.
He's our golden doodle. Don't get it. He's not golden. Doesn't make any sense. Great dog, though. And they just get all over this furniture. This is secondhand furniture, too, that was down in the basement. It's really comfy. Great to have up here. I don't have to worry about it getting messed up. There's a flower cart. Love to put flowers out in my house during different seasons. Have lots of windows, lots of natural light space. Super giant TV, which is great when I'm either on one end of the room or the other so that I can watch. Have my vintage typewriter there and little fairy lights. All of my art journaling magazines. If you haven't checked out Somerset and their art journaling or their Bella Grace, really great for inspiration. So check those out. Have some art journals here on this shelf. A PlayStation. Because girls, we can't do art all the time. Sometimes we just have to play video games. So there you go. A very old PlayStation. Love the pink and boho gypsy theme that I have going on. I've always wanted to do something like that. So I'm really glad to have some decor in there that's like that. But can I tell you, a lot of this stuff was done really cheap with the dollar store. I did get some pricier items, but a lot of this stuff was refurbed or secondhanded. So here's a art gallery wall that has a Jane Davenport rub on, has some Dollar Tree items, and then also some things from, TJ Maxx that were $2 or $3, a site called Natural Life, which is great for pictures and blankets like you see there on the couch. Really cute things that I just, when I saw it, I knew that was the way that I had to go. Poor Barney. Come do some art, Barney. Dogs that follow you into your space. It's great. Here's a picture of Frida. I'm not usually a big Frida fan, but I really love that particular piece there. So I love to do girls and faces. So I've got a couple of those things on the wall. Audrey Hepburn on the other side. These are the large drawers that you get from IKEA, which are great for handmade papers. Those big pieces that just don't fit in a regular drawer. You have to forgive the noise that my camera's making. I'm really getting used to this camera, this little GoPro, and I'm holding it with my hand, so it's super noisy. But too much washi for one person. Can anyone else raise their hand and say, I have that problem as well? I obviously have a washi obsession. There is the great view of my outside where we see deers and bear and all manner of creatures. Little jars from the Dollar Tree that have flowers in them and blinking fairy lights when it's nighttime. It's so great to walk into this space and see those twinkly lights. But those are DIY that I did, two-tiered trays that I did with clothespins and things from the Dollar Tree. So you can really do a space cheap if you try. Got some books that I like on display. This entire dresser has really nice deep drawers for fabric and different sewing things. So I love being able to have that space. Ugh, that rug, I just can't get over it. Every time I see it, I just fall in love with it again. Here's another unit of those big drawers where I want to tell you that I have tea-dyed paper, but look, it looks burned, don't it? So that was an experiment, obviously. So other drawers filled with art supplies that are just tucked away. Love having it all out, and I know where it is. I think I use it more because of that. Super old office chair that I covered with a black polka dot cover that makes it look brand new. So when a friend comes over, they can sit there and turn towards my desk and do art with me. Little antique sweet chair that I found that matched the color on the walls, on both short ends of the walls and the ceiling. I have a really subtle minty looking teal. So I had to have that chair when I saw it. This is the Kallax unit from IKEA that came with the drawers and the cabinets that I want to show you. And those are all super deep glass jars that came from IKEA or the thrift store that have ribbons in them. So that's a great way I can just grab a jar and get what color I need. Love that this Kallax unit came with the cabinets and the drawer space because it just makes it more functional. But there's a basket full of stickers. There are large tape items. Everything has its own little space. There's ink and for rubber stamping. Extra paints and supplies for paints. Vintage phones because, oh, I love them. And let's see, this is art mediums, fluid acrylics and things that you need to add to paint. Art supplies, again, more paint supplies. Tons of inks and re-inkers, distress inks. And in all of the baskets are coloring books and art magazines, things that I can just pull out when I need them. And then moving to this side of the room, we have this L-shaped desk that I got from Amazon. This came from Etsy. Love it. It's made out of sari silk. You can use it on a window or a wall, but I really loved it hanging from my desk. And then this cabinet, which matches the dresser item in the middle of the room, super huge. This is the big piece, and it's got wonderful shelving. And I went to Goodwill and thrift stores, antique shops, and just got tons of secondhand glass that was really pretty, and decided to put and separate each item into that. It's really easy to just grab something when I want it and take it to my desk, leave it in that container, that glass container, and then just put it right back. And plus, they're so cute to look at. Have a lot of my magazines behind there that I haven't gotten to see forever because they've been tucked away in a shelf or a drawer. And I'm telling you, girls, cheap. $2 for some of these glass pieces, 99 cents. Just a really inexpensive way to go to store art supplies. Got collage items, napkins, and tissue papers. Really deep drawers that had the prettiest bottoms to them, that striped bottom, almost like a shelf liner, but it was built in. And they're the slow close cabinets and drawers, which makes it really nice. This is another mixed media drawer that has watercolors and pastel palettes, more paint supplies, baskets with markers, and then the glass cabinets hold a lot of baskets with rubber stamps and just pretty things, because we gotta have pretty things around us. It's just like I gotta have them. I gotta see that. It inspires me to do art. So I love it. More things from the thrift store, flowers from the Dollar Tree, mixed with markers, paper, ink, markers, flowers. Oh, they just all go together, don't they? Super cute little cups from Natural Life to hold things. More fairy lights. That basket is full of alphabet rubber stamps. I think the yellow glass is probably my favorite. I really love the yellow glass that I was able to find. And then we've got more baskets with more more art supplies. Because ladies, we just can't have enough art supplies, right? Lots of tissue papers and let's see, by Tim Holtz and Jane Davenport, napkins and things for mixed media collage. I can't tell you how great it is just to have all this separated now and in its own spot where I can actually find stuff. Date stamps. On this shelf, there is watercolor pencils and gelatos and some Sennelier oil sticks, which are the best. They look good enough to eat. Some of these colors, you just want to eat them. I don't know if you've read the Flow magazines, but that's another great magazine. Check it out. You can get those at like Barnes and Noble or order them online. Alphabet stamps up there, or not stamps, but 3D alphabets. And then over here, I've got a apron that's hanging from a Donna Downey retreat that I went to. She used to have a shop in North Carolina, and I think she still does, but she may be in a house now. But Jane Davenport came to her studio from Australia. It was just great to go there and be able to be a part of that event. And they signed and drew on your apron, which was wonderful. This is my Sincerely Inked Island where I do my Etsy workshop. Etsy stuff for my shop, as I'm stumbling over my words here. But there is, this island came from Amazon. And I really love that it has the slow close drawers again and like the little slow close cabinet. Have all my supplies tucked in there. I make all kinds of things on my Etsy shop, like happy planner covers, traveler's notebook items, stickers from my art, all types of things. So definitely go to Etsy and type in Sincerely Inked and check that out. Sounds like a tattoo parlor, but I promise you that it's not. This is a piece of furniture I got from Kirkland's that houses paint. The whole drawer or the whole little unit there can come out and you can take it to your desk, or you can just pull out individual bottles of paint. So I really like that. It houses all of the different colors for me. I've got them separated there by color. Got some of my art on the wall, some of Mindy Lacefield's art that I ordered from her Etsy shop, and a huge Natural Life tapestry on the wall. And those wonderful, wonderful IKEA drawers where I can store so much. Oh, I just love them. You can really hide things in there and get organized. There's a wide format printer and wide format laminator there as well. And all of those drawer organizers are from the Dollar Tree. I kid you not. That is a great way to organize things. They have so many different types of containers that there's no sense in spending lots of money. Every single one of those drawers has a dollar store type container in it. All of the office papers that I need for printing. And ephemera is stored on this end. That is the hardest thing, I think, for mixed media artists to store because there's so much of it. And so I've got them separated by topic just in little plastic trays that I can pull out and find quickly what I want when I'm doing that type of work in my art journal. Above that is a photo printer by HP and a really heavy-duty stapler to the left there, or to the right there. And then right below that is a basket full of all types of cardstock and patterned paper scraps, which is always being used for some sort of project. I save it all. And then we move to my desk area. I have a nice rolling cart there. So much of the things that are on the wall came from thrift stores that I've refurbed. This was a big frame I found from Goodwill, and I've been collecting Starbucks cards, gosh, forever. So I've got these on here with some foam tape from the Dollar Tree. That frame already had that pretty fabric that you see on the back, and that coffee wooden piece came from Hobby Lobby. So I love being able to see all of those Starbucks cards. I think they're really cool. Of course, paint and more paint and more paint. That's a Pioneer Woman little Lazy Susan that spins to put more paint on. This was another Amazon purchase, this chair. It's an all white leather chair. Really comfortable. And the light hanging there is actually made from 2 wrought iron black plant holders. I zip tied them together, dropped a vintage light in the middle of it, and there you go. Probably an $80 thing you would find in a store, made it for probably $10. So I've got my desk. Love that I have a window right there. This desk also came from Amazon. I wish I could say I was a Pinterest woman, but I'm more of an Amazon Prime lady. That would be me. That would describe me for sure. If I could order it, I'd rather order it. There's my laptop and some ephemera. Cool little organizer from Amazon as well for the things that you use all the time so that you can have them right there. A little bit of a more intense light. I just feel like I'm doing more art because it's here. The stuff is here and I don't have to put it up. So I could tell you, if you could create a space in your house where you can do this, I would absolutely say do it. If it's just a corner of a room or a part of your dining room, some place where you can keep your things out. Here's some Sennelier oil sticks that I'm going to be using for a class that I'm taking. And there you have it. That is the space. This is the happy, sincerely inked space. I'm so glad that I could share it with you. Bye, Sonny. And definitely leave me some comments below. I'm going to bring you guys some more videos as we get on this YouTube trip. And have a great day.
Keep humming when the song's through. It's like they're living life to a whole different tune. And have you